This is my everyday summer makeup look, so let's do it together. I have everything in here, or at least I hope I do. This is like a step down from my full beat, and I got my coconut iced latte here. I have nothing on my face right now. I have a couple little blemishes, but honestly my skin has been slaying for me recently. I always start, no matter what type of makeup routine I'm doing, I always start with the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream. Obviously I'm almost out. The Drunk Elephant Bronzy Drops. They look glowy, dewy, and fresh. I know some people don't like bronzing drops, but I cannot live without them. Like, obviously my face is a little more pale than the rest of my body, and this just evens everything out. Sometimes if I'm not in the mood to put on any makeup at all, I will just do this step and then leave the house just like that. If you are going out, put an SPF on. Like, what are you doing without SPF? This is the Hero Force Shield Daily SPF. Honestly, I think all face SPFs are the same. I do really like this one because it has like green in it, and I think it kind of eliminates some of that redness I have in my skin, and it just feels really good underneath makeup. And since I started wearing SPF, if I don't wear SPF and I'm outside, I feel like guilty. I feel like someone is shaming me for not wearing SPF, and the someone is me. I am shaming myself for not wearing an SPF outside. The sunscreen gives you such a good base that's super dewy, and also I feel like it kind of has this smoothing effect. The Anastasia Beauty Balm, this thing coming out right before summer, it's absolutely amazing. The color match is so good. This feels like a skin product. I think for the summer, this is just like a must. Especially, I'm someone who really, I don't even like skin tints usually, but this is a little bit different. It's just so light and airy. Is airy the right word? It just makes your skin look perfect. It's super sheer, but it kind of melts everything together. So I absolutely love it. I think this is the perfect shade for me. I think I could go maybe like a half shade or a shade darker, but this is the shade 6. Anastasia, she really ate with this one. Like, she knew what she was doing. Next, concealer. So if I was doing my full beat down, oh my God, I didn't go get brushes. So if I was doing like my full beat down, girls night out, I would do the Hourglass Vanish Concealer, which is very thick and full glam. But for summer and even summer nights, I just feel like that's too heavy for me. House Labs concealer, out of this world. Like, I don't know, it is so good. So I do light peach for under my eyes. And I think because it has like the peachy tones in it, it just looks so good with my skin. Highlight my nose a little bit, my chin. And I go in with the next shade darker for my blemishes, and this is light medium peach. Rub any little blemishes, imperfections in my skin. The Maybelline Age Rewind in the shade 160. Just do a little dot of that. Something new that I've been doing that I'm really liking is this YSL Radiant Touch. It's like the Click Pen eye brightener. It's kind of like a paintbrush applicator, and you just click it. This just is perfect to add right here for a little more brightness. There will be no shade about my dirty makeup brushes, okay? I know I have to clean them. They will get cleaned eventually, but today is not the day. I like to really focus on my concealer because I don't wear foundation and I don't like foundation. And I feel like if your under eyes look snatched, it doesn't even matter if the rest of your makeup doesn't look good, because the under eyes are putting in that work. Blend everything out with the same brush. But this is my dream skin. This is what I want you to think my skin looks like 24/7, okay? Look at this up close. Okay, now I don't want to go too crazy with the cream products because it's summer. You don't want things to feel heavy on your face. But this is the Maybelline Fit Me Foundation Stick in the shade Coconut. This is just, I always come back to it. I love other cream contours, but something about this, I'm gonna do the smallest little dot all around, a little bit in my crease, on my lips. Let's do a little bit on my nose, just because why not? I used to wear contour like right here, but then I started to notice in pictures, I just felt like it wasn't looking good. I don't know if it was the way I was applying it. And then I was like, I really don't need this, so let's stop doing it, because it just looked like I had a beard of makeup underneath. Like always blend up. You don't want to drag it, just kind of stipple it. Look at the difference. It really just warms up your face without being too much. And then we're also going to put powder on top of this. I love a glowy, dewy makeup. If you're a matte girl, I'm sorry that this video is not for you. How the contour looks blended out. I feel like it's not real. It's more of a cream bronzer, less of a cream contour. I think if we did more, we could fully contour, but I think it's more of a bronzer because it warms up your face. Blush. Oh my God, I've been obsessed with this Lawless Soft Blur Cream Blush in the shade Cherry Pie. The color looks a little scary at first, but it is stunning. But it's very sheer, and I love it with a brush. When I first tried this, I did a brush and my fingers. I think it applies so much better with a brush instead of fingers. But this, especially this color, it's just that perfect sun-kissed look. If you want this more pigmented, it's very easily buildable. We definitely need some powder. I use the Huda Beauty in the shade Cupcake. I just press it right underneath. I don't really bake under my eyes because I feel like when I do let all that powder sit under my eyes I notice I get really cakey. And then just use the extra for the forehead because that's where I get a bit shiny. And then I do kind of bake right underneath my cheekbones because I kind of like that line. Like my friends are like, Lauren, why are you walking out with a line across your cheek? And I'm like, wait, I thought it looked good. I like it like that. And the way that this just blurs your whole face. And I've had, like, this is still pretty full. Look at her. I've had this for over a year now, this powder, and I still have so much left. And I use it every single time I do my makeup. And then while this is baking under my contour, I'll do my eyebrows. Benefit Precisely My Brow. I love how thin it is, and it's so easy. I know my blonde is getting pretty grown out, but I just love like a platinum blonde with a dark eyebrow. I think it just looks so good. Like, I don't want to change my shape or anything. I just want it more defined. Like, do we see the difference? This just looks so much better. When I was young, I started getting my eyebrows waxed because all my friends in like middle school, high school, they were getting their eyebrows waxed. So I was like, okay, I need to be doing that. And I would literally just go to my local nail salon. But then I started to break out every time I was getting my eyebrows waxed, and then threading became really popular, like, what, 2017? I would go get my eyebrows threaded at the mall in the little place, and I loved it. But then I had one bad experience where she literally took off half my eyebrow, and I like a thick eyebrow, I always have. And I was like, oh my God, I'm never going back there again. And that was like in my hometown where I grew up. So then all of my friends went to this other place in college, and it was like the best eyebrow place ever. And then after college, I just was like, now I don't live anywhere where I know a good eyebrow place. So I haven't gotten my eyebrows done, like wax threaded, nothing, in like over 2 years. And I just tweeze them like every day. So when I'm doing my skincare at night, if I see a hair, I'll just pluck it. And that's how I've always maintained my shape. And I actually don't feel like I need to get them done because I like them to be a little thick, and I'm happy with the shape. I feel like it's just so underrated how easy it really is to keep up with your own eyebrows. We're gonna go in also House Labs. This is the Power Sculpt Velvet Bronzer in the shade Medium Level 6. This bronzer is very loved by me. I can't, it is so good. And then I'm gonna kind of tap that powder off, and I have a heavy hand when it comes to bronzer because I just don't think I ever feel bronzed enough or tan enough. So I just kind of put this everywhere. And then since that cream blush we put on was so bright and vibrant, I like to do the Willa from Benefit blush, and it's like this cute baby pink color, and the two just balance each other so well. This also has a little bit of a shimmer in it, which I love. I love blush. I can't believe I used to not wear blush because I was like, oh, blush is for old ladies. I think it was like really until quarantine I started to like really get into makeup and love makeup, because other than that I would just like swipe a powder bronzer on and call it a day. Bronzer and mascara, that was all I wore. And then I was like, okay, I'm ready to go. No lip, no blush, no nothing. Maybe like a little dot of concealer I would do, but I was not into makeup the way I am now. Not summer without some freckles. So this little freckle pen I love. I've used it forever. It's from Amazon. It's the brand Poudier. I've had this for like 2 years. It came with a pack with this lighter shade and a darker shade. And I just think it is the best fake freckle. So kind of just focus around my nose and go in really randomly. I like to highlight or like make this one freckle that I already have a little bit darker because I like the placement of it. It's so funny because when I first discovered the freckle pen, I went crazy with it. Like the freckles that I was leaving the house with, very questionable. I'm not sure why people didn't tell me how insane I looked, because I was doing these fat freckles. Like they were huge, like huge dots on my face. And they were just dots. Like it did not look natural at all. It just didn't look cute, period. And I was doing it everywhere, all over my face. Like I wasn't doing a cute little couple freckles. I was going crazy with it on my forehead, everywhere. Nearing the end of the makeup routine, I feel like we flew through this. For highlighter, I do the High Road highlight from Dibs, and I love this. You can put it all over your body too, which if I'm wearing like a top where my chest is exposed, I'll put on my shoulders and my collarbone, and it looks amazing. But I just put this right under my brow bone, and then right in my inner corner. And I love this because it's a super pretty glow. I don't like too creamy of a highlight or too liquidy, I could say. I think like a cream stick highlight is my favorite type of product. Curl my lashes, and I'm going in with the Lash Paradise from L'Oreal. I feel like this is pretty standard. I don't do anything crazy. I'm not gonna do it right now, but sometimes I will just put a cluster, like a trio lash individual on my outer corner if I'm feeling like my lashes are not having a good lash day. This mascara really does the trick. Clean this up around my eyelid. If I'm doing like full going out makeup, I will do a little smudged eyeliner on my outer corner. But usually for like more daytime looks, I just take my bronzer and then just tap it with a little tiny brush. And then I just go right on my bottom lash line. It's very subtle, but I love it. And then for lips, the best part, the Makeup Forever Anywhere Caffeine. Overlining my Cupid's bow. Just go like that. Overline in the center. And then follow my natural lip shape. That looks a little crazy right there. Let's fix that. And I feel like my lip combo changes day to day. My all-time favorite is Charlotte Tilbury Iconic Nude with Estee Lauder lipstick in the shade Suit Up. That is just chef's kiss. But any natural nude lip is my favorite. And then this is the Merit lipstick in the shade Millennial. It has a little gloss to it. I feel like most lipsticks are very matte, but I really like this combo together. Also, Merit's packaging is just stunning. Take the cake and finish this. Jisoo lip oil, shade Watermelon Sugar. Sorry, she's gorgeous, literally gorgeous. Especially for the summer. Like when I wear this lip gloss, lip oil I should say, I feel like a Bratz doll. The finished look, this is seriously just my go-to. I love how dewy it is and your skin still feels like skin. Nothing feels too heavy or sticky at all, and everything just works together really well. If you try this makeup look out, even though I know it's not that crazy or different, but if you do try it, let me know, and I will see you next Monday. Mwah!